But adults with babies and kids, man, y'all gotta tell them the truth, man.
A lot of fun around Passover where we steal the children. And, I know you know because I've heard it on your show before. I mean, we steal 100 to 300,000 children a year just here in this country. And we drain the blood and we mix it with the Passover blood. And then we throw the bodies into the slaughterhouses that we own. And we grind up all the bodies in the sausage and the hamburger. McDonald's is one of our favorite outlets. And the people, they eat it for breakfast. They eat their children for lunch. And, as Jews, we gotta do what we do. The most important thing to remember between you, Pastor Wickstrom, and me, Rabbi A.B. Finkelstein of New York, that we both have two fathers, and so that's why we look at the world in two different ways.
And we know that there's a massive collision that's going to take place between two forces, don't we?
Well, that's what your book says. Our book says that we're going to take over the world.
Well, I look at you...
You're doing a pretty good job right now.
Yes, you've done a pretty good job, but there's quite an awakening coming. And my father, who is not your father, my father Yahweh, who isn't your father, of course, your father is talked about by my father in John 8:44, stating that your father was Satan and that you're the descendant of Cain, who was the first murderer. And you know that's true because you teach it in your synagogue.
Well, that's true, but it's not for you going to know. But right now it's too late. It's over for you, white race. So that's why I'm speaking so honestly here, to bring it out into the open so that you can see.
Employees. That means, Sandra, that essentially we fired folks that don't have COVID, but that have not got a vaccination, and we are bringing back to work people with COVID, but who have got a vaccination. To you.
Hold on, that's an unbelievable moment in this pandemic, Jeff. So how are they justifying firing unvaccinated workers who don't have COVID, but then they're using those who are testing positive, but they're vaccinated?
Well, you may not agree with it, but here's the thinking. The thinking is that the earlier you are into having gotten the virus, the more likely you are to shed it. And
has the level of intelligence gone that bad in this country? Goodness gracious.
Under 21 Code of Federal Regulations,